What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy JDiesel coming at you live with the next installment of Under the Radar. And with me is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Grandmaster FloKey. How you doing today, my man?
Yo, I'm wearing pink. It's a Monday. Listen, it's getting nicer out in Connecticut. I just finished registering for Super TSB. Yeah, it's gonna be a lit event, but it's not about Super TSB tonight. Listen. If y'all saw the teaser on Twitter, if y'all saw the tweets, you guys probably saw the tweets. If you guys didn't see the tweets, you can go to my Twitter @FloKeyFGC. With us today is I met him at Final Round, absolute legend. After doing some research, he's probably one of the more prominent Marvel 3 players for Florida, as well as a background in KI, and right now, arguably one of the best, if not the best 21 Broly, in my opinion, in Dragon Ball Fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Florida's own and BXA's own ASAP Ricky to the podcast.
The Kakarot Killer is here. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
The Kakarot Killer.
How y'all doing?
Jeez. It's going to be a good episode, guys.
Oh, man. It's
Dude.
good to be here. It's good to be here.
Yeah, big ups to Florida for coming in deep. Making this is a big episode. This is episode 10.
Yes, it is. We're getting into it, Flo.
This is double digits.
This looks like longevity, fellas. That's
Yeah,
what this
I
looks
mean,
like.
hey, and who better to kick it off than the up-and-coming Florida out here? All right, this is what Under the Radar is all about. But you know what's funny? After this episode, you guys aren't going to be under the radar anymore. So, So let's get into it. For those of you who don't know you, Ricky, why don't you give a little bit of background about yourself for the people at home?
Yeah, tell the people.
All right. So ASAP Ricky, one of Florida's Vipers, one of the best Vipers to ever do it, one of the best 21s, one of the best Brolys to ever do it, one of the best full goers in the game.
Ooh,
only person that could stack up was Rico Suave himself. That's the homie. That's the brother. That's also the other Broly aficionado that I've always bounced tech off of. So shout outs to the boy. And I mean, I've just been doing this for a long time. Marvel 2, Marvel 3, like if it's a versus game, I'm in there. If it's a fighting game, I love it. So you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to every developer that's putting on for us this year. Bandai Namco, shout outs to y'all, because y'all gave me a command grab into a dive. Lit.
That's it. Dude.
Lit. I don't know what
Oh
y'all
my
were
God.
thinking about that one. Y'all gave me powers into dive, and man, when I show y'all what I got cooking with these powers in this lab, it's ready. It's ready. Combo breaker, I'm coming in full force. And I mean, I'm from the land where the sun always shines. You know what I'm saying? Sunshine State, Florida. Like, we out here. Do not sleep. If you sleep, we gonna wake you up real fast. Bro. We don't play that.
Yo, already calling people out. Oh my God. Yo,
I don't know how to beat nobody else.
No, yeah. Like Florida, because both me and you, Jay, we both went to CEO.
Yep.
And at the time, granted, we didn't know each other, but I didn't. It was in Daytona, Florida, so obviously, the amount of Florida heads that were there were immaculate. I didn't really know many people at the time, so now kind of this year's CEO is gonna look good, in terms of player prominence and the level of players coming from Florida, from your state, Ricky.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know. Y'all know, man. If we talking about South Florida, you talking about Lucar, Affinity, you talking about Megatom Hanks, you talking about Neo Carson, another Marvel 3 legend now here in Florida. You can talk about
Neo Carson plays Dragon Ball?
Yeah, man. Adult Gohan.
Really?
Adult Gohan, Bardock Frieza. You better not sleep on Bardock Frieza. He was doing it before Sonic picked it up. He was doing this before Sonic picked it up and dropped it. Now, the way Sonic was playing it was OD, but I learned a lot of neutral from sitting down and like me and Neo Karsh just play when we go to majors. Me and him just sit down and we just play each other. Like they also got the homie Soap down there. So many killers. And then Miramar Mix Up was yesterday, and Sekrius won that. And that kid's playing Base Goku, Jiren, and Hit.
What?
Whoa,
Wait,
that's a spicy
Hit
squad.
Yes,
Hit.
that team won a tournament yesterday.
Base
Team won a
Jiren?
Base Jiren, and Hit. Like when I tell you, we have some of the most obscure teams. Like we also got Hotashi, the Guilty Gear legend, and Hotashi was playing Cell, Hit, and it was Cell, Hit, Piccolo.
Right, yeah, Anchor Piccolo is kind of like one of the more interesting picks, definitely.
Yeah, but it was crazy. Like everybody's got their own thing. You talk about Central Florida, we talking about Red X, we're talking about Supernatural Haste, we're talking about my boy Finesse Dan. Like Danny is Danny Raw.
Danny's
my boy Danny is raw. All of them are raw. Danny Flo, Danny is so good to me, dog. Like that kid is hungry. I can't wait to see his next tournament. I can't wait for April the 20th. And then you can't stop there. We got another 21 out there named Akron, really good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got so many people that are just killers, and we're not gonna forget about Tampa. We're not gonna forget about the boys that I train with frequently. We're not gonna forget my homie, my brother from another mother, BXA, Mr. Mulatto, the homie. I don't feel bad losing to that kid if he ever beats me. You got Shinobi, you got Rival, you got Manny, you got so many killers that people don't even understand or haven't seen yet. And then you talk about, you know what I'm saying, the part of the Gunshine State where your boys stay, Duval, where that big boy hang, where the 21 Broly hangs out, and just, you know what I'm saying, I'm the teacher and I'm also a student of the game. And I got boys down here. I got my boy Rib. He's a Cell Kid Boo player. He's been Cell Kid Boo since the start of the game, and he dropped it yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I got Blue Coup players down here. I got a dude named Sothea. I got this kid named Mamba Lamba. If you ain't ran into Walmart Kazunoko yet online, be afraid, because he will play you.
Kazunoko.
That boy will hit you
with the great. That boy will hit you with the great value super dash plus assist mix. That's what we call it. That's what we call it. That's the great value mix.
The value mix.
Not even the name brand. The great value mix.
The great value mix. Great value mix. We call it the great value mix out here, man. You know, but I'm saying, but the kids got mad talent. I mean, you can't forget anybody from the Panhandle. My boy Mike J out there. We're not gonna skip past Pooh. We're not gonna skip past Rayon. We're not gonna skip past the guy that actually taught me like versus games, Mike Mixup, who actually is playing the game.
Really?
Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's one of the OGs that I've been rocking with since my mom was 2 days. Like any game, me and him both are on, both like bouncing tech, bouncing crazy stuff. Florida as a whole has been so strong at this game, and it's like it's a treat to go to a Florida tournament for me. Because it's like every tournament, like somebody new shows up, and you're like, what is that? What he know about this here?
Right.
We got Videl players that just walk in like, what? You play Videl? Oh, okay. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like, all right, we're awesome. We're in flex, but okay.
Weird flex. So would you say that Florida as a whole has like a camaraderie to it, where like everybody will like travel each other and like play each other?
I think me and Mulatto are most frequent travelers right now, because we go everywhere. Right. We're everywhere. Miramar Mix-Up was the first tournament in Florida I haven't been to. I've been to every single Florida tournament outside of that.
That's OD.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a push for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have this thing where, like, I play a team that's not normal. I play two big bodies and Vegeta. So people are automatically thinking, like, okay, I'm going to just super dash this guy. And then they find out you super dash and you die. And it's like, don't do that.
Yeah. I remember playing you at Final Round when we met. And it was like the first or second night. And you were like, yeah, I really like playing you. And then we were playing more throughout the weekend, and I noticed that you have a way of like manipulating neutral that now people with 21 or Broly are have been doing. And now speaking, kind of moving into that team just slightly,
Yeah.
that shell has picked up some steam as of late.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it would because like people are gonna start seeing that in order to play 21, you're gonna need that burst of damage
Right.
that Broly's assist provides, and that Broly provides as a character on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Because like he
Right.
works with her, the way Broly works with her assists and the way Broly sets up his game plan, he can if I want to do something like really crazy and I want to do a 2M5M into a Tiger Need 214. L and then throw you back into the 21 bomb and then IAD 4 in the ML and then keep the combo going. Like I can do stuff like that.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
it's so much synergy between the two, and their synergy is literally their neutral. And great neutral is something that I've had to learn. You know what I'm saying? I love 50-50s just as much as the next guy, but I like playing neutral, man. I like playing long game. Like when I first met the Kill Sage offline,
Yeah.
Sage said the same thing. He was like, dude, he said, you just love neutral. You will play a long game. Like I love the long game of this game. Like we can play 50-second Dragon Ball if you want to. I'll get down with you.
More
But
gratifying.
more gratifying to play some 300-second Dragon Ball. It's so
Oh,
much more
for
fun.
real. For real. Like, there's some people that I played at Final Round, and like even now, where I'm just like, oh my god, like playing 300 seconds with you isn't boring. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, me and you can play like all day, and I would
And
not
not
get
get
bored.
tired. I wouldn't
Like,
get tired one bit.
it's like a for real like it's just it's like a mutual thing. It's just like why not just be like, yo, just the way that the game plays at a higher level kind of comes down to like what the like base of the player is, and like you can kind of see where a lot of people's backgrounds come from it now, especially since we've been in season 2. Like
Yeah.
you have those Marvel players, you have those players that played KI kind of like shifting into it more. You have those Street Fighter 5 or 4 players kind of making their way, and you have NRS players still making a name for themselves, even though MK11 comes out in like
I was gonna say
2 weeks.
we have 2 weeks left, and I know a lot of
Yeah.
people who are
I mean,
hyped.
y'all better be ready to see me go to work.
I,
Bringing,
I'm
I'm bringing Jade and Garrus dog. I'm showing
I
everybody.
haven't had a chance to look at MK11, but I know a lot of players. Like Coach Steve is one of them. I know he's taking a
Yeah, I
break
can't
after
wait.
April Annihilation. I think
I'm not. There will be no break of
no
any type
break,
of
The
Dragon
grind
Ball.
doesn't
There's
stop
no
with
break of
this.
any
grind
type of
is
Dragon.
yo
No.
Ricky's that kind of guy. Like when I hung like again, kind of going back to Final Round. It's kind of a real like bouncing point.
Yeah,
I
you
remember
good?
I remember, right? Like we stopped for like 20 minutes. We went outside, hung out, got some fresh air, came right back in, was like, yo, we're playing. I'm like,
Yeah,
whoa. I was like, whoa, fella.
yeah, man. I got that Marvel 3 grind, man. Once I sit down, I gotta see the game again. Like I can take a break from it, but once I see it again, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look at the amount of talent we had in that room. We had No Kami, Lord Knight, Pred. We had Ice. We had Rayon. We had Pooh. We had
Yeah.
Dozer.
Yeah, you and
Like
me.
we had Scrot. We had me and you in there. Like the level of
Damn.
the level of player in that one room. Just the
Was.
level of player in that one room was like it was like you smelled war in there, and I was like, oh, I like war. I like war. Let's go get some of this war
That's
real
like a
quick.
mini
Yo,
major in one room. Like,
Yeah,
it
god
man.
really
damn.
is.
Like
Like,
It really is.
fighting No Kami in the 21 mirror was so much fun. It was intoxicating to play somebody that wanted to play that level of neutral with me. Because
Yeah.
me and Kami weren't. If we mixed, it was because we got the first hit. There was
Right.
there wasn't too much mixing. It was all, hey man, I'm gonna take this area. You come over here, you're dead. And
That
it
makes
was
sense.
so much fun. It was so much fun playing that guy. I cannot wait to sit down. And I don't want to just play first or twos against that guy again. I want to sit down against Kami and just say, hey man, we're going until we get tired.
That would be.
That'd be a cool, fun set to watch, honestly.
That set would be OD to watch. It would be so much more OD to play though.
Yeah. So I gotta ask, how did you arrive at this team? Because obviously there are other people who now it's like starting to pick up steam, and I've noticed more people lately up after the patch. Obviously, people picking up 21 left and right, and Broly's starting to get a little bit more love too. But you've been on this for a while now, and how did you come to this shell? Because the synergy's there, but no one else seemed to really see it.
So at the beginning, when I had lost to Goichi last year at final round, I was playing 21 Cell Vegeta.
Right.
And Cell, as great as Cell is, Cell bored me as a character.
Okay.
Because I knew what he could do, and I understood a lot of stuff he was doing, and it was just like, I'm missing something. And I always said, if they bring Broly into this game, I'm playing him. I don't care how bad he is. I don't care what his hindrances are. I am going to main Broly, and I'm going to make this my team. I'm living and dying by this team. And once I said that, I saw Broly literally a couple of weeks later, and I said, I'm done. Sell bye. Can't talk to you no more. You're off the team. And don't get me wrong, I still love Cell. I still practice Cell.
Yeah.
But I don't see a need for Cell to be supporting 21 when I can just literally call one assist, B+, and just run across the screen and do what I feel. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes a lot of sense.
And Broly, character.
Don't get me started.
That is everyone, I'm pretty sure Flo is the best attestament to this. That is my character right there.
I still think he beats Piccolo kind of free.
Okay, so the worst matchups the matchups that Broly just flat out wins. And and people are gonna think like, wow, he's mad wild for this. Kid Buu, not even a matchup, really. Not even a matchup. It's really bad. Ask Mulatto yourself, because he fights it more than anyone else.
So I gotta ask, because that's a big claim. Why does he win the matchup? Because I'm not a Broly expert, so I can't attest to this.
So Jump S is a lot of Kid Buu's pressure. He loves to use Jump S in the Mystic Ball. You can't Jump S Broly because 2H literally smacks away Key Blast and hits him out of Mystic Ball. And then if you call the assist, that's a free happy birthday. Reactive Barrier 214S, I put that on, call assist. What are you going to do? You're going to have to super dash at me. You're super dashing at Broly. Good luck, buddy.
Right.
You also Captain Ginyu, easy matchup.
As a Ginyu player, I feel it. That matchup is so brutal played from the Ginyu side, just because we have no defensive options. And you just wipe away the Ginyu Force the second I put him on screen.
Yeah.
As
soon as you put up a Ginyu Force, 5S.
Oh my God, every time.
I'm just going to hold my hand out. Call who you want to call after Goldo. You have no protection.
That is the stuff of nightmares right there. And also, the projectile durability on Brolys are just so high.
Yes. Yeah, the character can play new. He can play the mix-up game, and you really don't want to get level 3'd by him, especially now that they changed the way he gets OP off of his level 3. Now that he teleports to the ground, you better not get hit. If you get hit, because now you're guessing for real. Because I'm right on top of you. And if you weren't guessing before, when I was saving my dash, when I ain't gotta save it no more. Oh boy,
you're guessing.
It's not fair no more. It's not fair anymore.
Oh my God. So talking about mix-ups, this weekend, Lord Knight actually came to my monthly.
Right.
Okay.
So I was talking to him, and we got on the topic of Broly. I don't know why we got on the topic of Broly.
Interesting.
And we were having a discussion about light command grab.
Oh.
And so I want to ask you, because if there's one man who could settle our discussion, is light command grab reactable?
Yeah, you texted me about this too.
I know exactly. And look, there is no better man than the one right in front of me.
So
that's true.
So you can react with super dash. It is not easy.
Okay.
because they did speed up light command grab. They sped it up like I don't know how many frames. And I'm telling you, it's scary because you can super dash sometimes and you're just gonna bounce off of armor. And even if he whiffs, he can still punch after that. And if you're doing up back stuff against him where you hold up back and then try to air dash or up back super dash, you're getting 2A's. Because his recovery changed on that too. So Broly's got a lot more things that he can do with that command grab alone. Where you're either going to say, I'm gonna backdash and risk him punching me in the face and taking me across the screen, or I'm going to try to make another read, and I either deal with what happens if my read is incorrect, or I stand on this ground and I get command grab. Once you get command grab, I call it the command grab Sinatra because it just goes down and down and down. You just hear the music going every time I do it. You hear that beat drop every time I grab you by your head.
Oh God, it's demoralizing too. Every time Broly picks you up and slams you into the wall, a piece of you dies as a player. I'm convinced at least for me, it's how it feels.
So in Jacksonville, we got a saying for like Nova, Air Throw, and Marvel 3, and it's the same for Broly's command grab. We call it the stepdaddy. Shout outs to my boy Rob.
That's OD.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. Hey man, I seen that D on that. I seen that D on that report card. Come here. Come here. Yeah, man. Like,
oh, that's so good.
Like, yeah, man. We like that's a stepdaddy. Stuff. Yeah, we call that the stepdaddy, man. You heard it here. Pay homage to my boy, Based Rib. That's my boy. He definitely came up with that term. I'm shouting out my boy because he is also my other training partner, and that's just what we call it. Stepdaddy. And we call it anti-air command grab the shoe check. We're trying to make sure, you know what I'm saying, them some nice Nikes right there since you up back. Some nice Nikes, dog. We need to go ahead and see about them. I'm gonna need to see about them Nikes, dog. You know what I'm saying? We need to see them Nikes, dog.
Oh my God.
I actually cannot stop laughing.
I mean, yo, man. Hey, dog. You know how I am. This is how I get out, though.
This is dead ass facts. So kind of shifting the talk from Broly a little bit to 21.
Majin Bay.
Yeah, you've been calling her Majin Bay for a grip.
Yeah.
How, besides the because there's been a lot of controversy with the character. People saying she's gotten buff, some people saying she got nerfed. People don't even know what to think about her anymore. Ricky, what's your stance on 21?
100% buff.
100%.
100% buff. So, for all 21 players, man, what they have given us in this game is tremendous. We now have an opportunity to always take a power and be able to combo and literally dragon rush somebody into a setup with that power. If you have not actually sat down and learned 21's power setups and what she can do with Sonic Warp, what she can do with Kamehameha Meaty, what she can do with her with explosive energy blast, what she can do with sticky energy blast against people who love to IAD over your head. Like, you don't have to 2H anymore when you can just input 214S on the other side as he's coming over your head and she autocorrects and grabs him out of the air and punches him.
Really?
That's crazy.
I did not know that. Wow.
If you're on point and you're fighting a Kid Buu and select his ki blast in the air and you see him coming down with that and you already stole that power from a previous character that you snapped out, I pray you did Mystic Ball into me. I'm about to slam you right against this wall. And then we about to have this conversation over here by the wall. And we gonna have a conversation with this tail slapping you on your legs. And then you're gonna get slapped in your face.
That's dead ass. No, yeah.
Her game plan changed a lot because now you have 2S, which is one of the greatest mid-range tools. It is a hard tool to use at close range, which I'm still learning myself. But at mid-range, come at her doing 2S. Super dash across the screen. I dare you.
I played against Kite on a CT. I think CT's only 21 player.
Okay.
And I had to deal with like kind of just like 2S from like a full screen to mid range, and I kind of agree on that. It's kind of like a hard thing to kind of like you have to make sure like 21's like already on top, like she's already going up for it, and then you can commit. And it's like it's hard things to commit to. So
I actually found a way to beat that commitment too.
Stop.
Yeah.
Wait, you can beat it even when she's starting
I can beat it. I can beat you even when I'm doing it on startup now. I have ways around it now. By the time it hits you, by the time she does it, she can still vanish. So your super dash is gonna get 8.
Oh, so okay, so it's kind of like
it's literally like a normal. It's with canceling a normal so she jumps off the ground and she's able to vanish to the ground to hit you behind.
Oh wow.
And then the way you set it up is you always call your assist as you do it, so that way when you vanish, you immediately hit them into your assist, and because it pulls their super dash back down, so it lines them up perfectly with your assist. So there's so much tech that you can just go down the line and say this is good. And mind you, 2S is 0 on block, so
that's good.
It's a really good move. She can now air. So if you're super dashing at her in mid range and she gets 2S off, she can IED back M, IED back light, and then full punish the super dash.
That's pretty good.
So she's actually got a lot of tools that players are not readily like looking at, because a lot of people are looking at, all right, what does Bardock do? Okay, she doesn't do half of that. She can do all of that. She can do all of that. She does all of the things that Bardock can do. You just have to actually play the character. Not saying Bardock players are not thinking, because I had to recant a lot of statements about that character. Bardock is a top tier character, all means, but that character is so sought out and people know so much about him that you can punish half the stuff they're doing. It's on you as the player not to do it. But for 21 players, they don't know what we're doing, man. And we're still taking L's that we shouldn't be taking. Now, there are some things that I didn't agree with. The recovery on light dive was a little bit eccentric, but I've already found a way around it, because I play Broly assist. Broly doesn't care. He just says, I'll cover all of this.
It's like, ha!
And he covers everything, and then whatever he can't cover, that's what Vegeta assists for. My team literally just works with each other. Everybody works with each other, and everybody can work by themselves.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most striking things about your team. I've been a little critical of some of the key team comps I've seen at the highest level, where it feels like certain people have just kind of fallen into the, I'm going to pick who's at the top of the tier. I'm going to pick 3 top 5 characters, put them onto a single team, and we're going to let it rock. Specifically, like recently with Zamasu, this was a case where a lot of people were slotting Zamasu into teams where Zamasu didn't have the support he needed to shine as a character.
Right.
But with looking at your team, no, like 21 is arguably the highest tier character, because I think Super Saiyan Vegeta has sort of fallen out of favor for a lot of people.
I hope he stays there. I hope he stays there.
I mean, that's a lot less people remembering how to deal with Vegeta assist.
It's not so much as that. It's on a character that they have to take small things away from every single patch, but then they give him something like him being able to Tiger Knee into his Big Bang attack that angles down, and having Oki off of that. Having J2H or Jump Light Oki off of that, having Air Dash Oki off of that. Like, okay, yeah, please, Super Dash, reflect. You're going to get hit by this character now.
Right.
Like, the fact that Vegeta is falling off to people right now shows me that everyone needs a wake-up call.
Really?
Because there are good Vegeta, like Emperor Wolf. I'm going to just shout him out real quick. Emperor Wolf also came to my stream and was like, yo, you play Vegeta like I play Vegeta. You play Vegeta point character. I was like, yeah. Every character on my team is a point character. Every character on my team is an anchor. Every character on my team is a battery. Every character on my team can do every job. That's why I put the team together. So, like, people really should not sleep on Vegeta just because you can super dash through his assist. Fine, now you have a legitimate reason to always make your opponent do something. Think about that. Your opponent can't sit still against you. If they let that rock, you're still plus.
Right. No, right. Definitely agree with that.
So I mean, but moving back to the shell itself, 21 Broly, there's just nothing wrong with like I'm happy to see Kami playing that. It kind of like made me happy when I saw Kami pick up the shell. I was like, okay. Like, I don't agree with Bardock because I would have put Trunks on that. I would have played 21 Broly Trunks, and I would have never let anybody play the game.
That's true.
That very sounds true. Really impressive, actually. Between Broly assist and Trunks.
Yeah,
no, it sounds scary.
You're getting jailed every time.
Like, I think
it's immediate 2S, immediate 2S, and the Trunks assist. You got hit. You got hit. I'm super dashing across the screen. Thanks.
Also, I'd imagine the low hit stun on the Trunks assist is pretty strong with Broly as well.
Oh boy, you have no idea. It's level 3 city. Broly loves that assist.
I'm just gonna sit here and act like I didn't hear that, and because I have those pictures. Like every time Ricky says something, and I know Ricky would do this in a match. So I'm just picturing it, and I'm internally crying because I'm like, dude, if I ever see him do this, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. But
I mean,
that's how.
Go ahead. Yeah, man. But Flo, watching you play, I don't care what Nolan says. I enjoy watching you play just as much as I enjoy watching Mulatto play or watching Dan play, because all of y'all bring something different to the table. Your Piccolo, for you to not use Hellzone as much as you don't, and for you to be as solid as you are with that character, it shows that you're actually solid as a Piccolo player. So, like, that makes me feel good when you're thinking about stuff that I would do, because, like, right now, while we're talking, I'm in back of my mind, I'm formulating tech. I'm like, yeah, that works. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel. Like, there's, like, only, like, and I really do appreciate it. Like, there's only a handful of people, like, that, like, you can kind of agree with this, too. Like, in terms of 21 and Broly, like, there's only, like, a handful of people that, like, can run Gohan Piccolo.
Yeah.
To a point that's, like, I can, like, you can, listen, you can TOD with the team as much as you want. As long as it kind of goes back to what you said before, if you're not playing neutral with the team, then all you're thinking about is jump jab with Piccolo. I'm not trying to put anybody on blast that's trying to play Piccolo. I'm not. But like that's been a conversation I've had with like 10 people, like a couple people right now. It's like all he is jump jab. I'm like, no, he's not.
No,
he's Super Scroll. He's Super Scroll. I didn't even play Super Scroll on Marvel 3.
He's literally a top tier version of Super Scroll. He is the best version of Super Scroll to ever be.
It's funny. Like I talked to Vineeth about that. Apology, man. He was like,
yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, shout outs to Vineeth, because a lot of people don't know he came to North Florida and played Marvel 3 with us. And
really?
Vineeth is the homie. Like, so shout outs to Vineeth, bro. Keep doing you. I am coming for you. I'm coming for you because I ain't played you yet. I gotta get your blood on my hands. No offense, brother, but I'm coming for you.
That was the most polite threat I've ever heard. The polite beatdown.
That's like the nicest
before we move on, let me say this. Yo, Dozer. Congratulations on your win at Slam, sir. We still got something to discuss at Combo Breaker. We got a whole discussion of Money Match that we're going to discuss in front of a lot of people, brother. So be prepared. I'm ready.
Someone needs to fly out under the radar just so we can stream that.
Oh my god.
That would be godlike.
Like that set is going to be a one. Me fighting Doza, a lot of people have not seen until final round. A lot of people do not know how good me and his sets are.
Yeah, they're really good. I was watching that.
Me and Doza go toe to toe every time. I love playing that guy. So for him to ask me for a money match because he wants to get better as a person and get better as a player, and he just came off of a win, come get it, bro. But know this. You played Squad. You're coming to the legendary Saiyan now. We don't play that over here. We don't play that over here.
Yo,
Won't be no key blasting around here. You better get ready for some barrier, boy.
There's a lot. I'm gonna just say this right now. This has been we've already been like we're like not even we're about like a half hour in, and the amount of call outs, the amount of pop-ups,
this is Ricky 100%. This is how this is every day of the week.
This is perfect Ricky right here. He's fucking just ascended.
Oh man, I'm almost crying. This because it's so good. So it's kind of segue back to final round a bit because you did mention about Doza and you going toe to toe over there. Let's and also bringing back the topic of Florida as well.
Yeah, let's talk about my boys.
Let's talk about final round and how the almost like every single person from Florida you told me came out. It was like the coming out party for Florida.
Walking out of the pools, Red X, Supernatural Haste, Mulatto versus Sonic Fox was a treat to watch.
That was such a fun match to watch. Honest to God, like I was watching that live. That was.
You had Finesse Dan. You had Shinobi conquer his demon, which was Cisco. He conquered his demon.
Finesse Dan beat me, but we're not gonna talk about that.
You know what I'm saying? No, because you know what I'm saying. You got to get that back. You got to get that back.
That's how it be though. That's 6.
We got then me, then Omega Tom Hanks.
He made it out? Wow.
Yeah, Omega Tom Hanks. Bro, you think I'm not training another 21 Broly player, dog?
So that's so far.
Is that your protege right there?
That's one of my proteges right there. That's one of the ones that I take time with. Omega Tom Hanks, if you are sleeping on him, you won't be sleeping on him long.
You know what's funny? Pooh was like, because I did the teaser, and he was like, yo, it's Omega Tom. I was like, oh my God. If only he knew. So that's 8 so far. Who else? So that's 8 players from Florida so far.
That's 8 players from Florida, and that was the entire BXA roster already.
Wow.
It already made it out of there. The entire Dragon Ball BXA roster.
They all made it out of pools in final round.
All of us made it out of pools.
We'll get into BXA later, but yeah.
You can't forget South Florida's own little 9th and last player that made it out, and like literally that was literally top Florida. Like literally at any time, all of those players are just like banging. We're all banging on each other's door. Like, what's good? What's good with the set?
That's 9 players.
That's 9 players from Florida. Like people were asleep, ain't sleep no more. And the BXA roster, to the boys, to Finesse Dan, to Supernatural Haze, to Red X, to Mulatto, to Finesse Dan, to my boys that I rock with, that I bang with. Y'all know the next major. Y'all finna see something more. Y'all finna see us do more. Y'all finna see more of us fight. You might see a BXA team kill to get in the top 8.
I mean,
like we're not training for losses. We're training to win. We're training to be better. So we're gonna aim for that. I'm aiming for that every major. I'm tired of seeing top 16 and saying I made top 16 again. No, I need a top 8 now.
No, yeah.
You're hungry. You want it.
I know they want it just as bad as I do. It's just right now I can't smell blood right now. I need that. I need that right now. And I want the top 8 because I want to fight. I want my run back against Goichi. I wasn't happy with the way I played him. Like people like, man, you did good for a first time against like a Dragon Ball god. I was like, he's not a god to me. He is Goichi. He's a great player. I will always respect him. He has beaten me literally every time I've run into him in the game. Street Fighter and Dragon Ball. He's beaten me. I'm tired of it now.
Yo, that right there is the exact mentality I wish more players had. You're one of the only people that I've actually heard just come out and say it. Because I see so many times where people get up there and they put this person on a pedestal, that person on the pedestal.
And they get smoked.
Right. And I'm not trying to take away from like, oh, Goichi. Yeah. No, he's an incredible player. He deserves his like name among the top players of Dragon Ball. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
But none of these players are immortal. Sonic, Goichi, Kaz, all of these people are mortal. They can be beaten on any day.
That's how it is.
But
Really.
you have that mentality of I'm gonna go in there. I don't care who you are. I'm here to take first place, and I
I'm
respect
here
the
to
hell out
bang.
of that.
And that's how Florida, like the way like, and like the thing was about like seeing like those 9 players and yourself included, like all 9 of you guys get out of your pools at final round was it was a real treat. Like granted, Dan had to beat me to get out, and I have all the love for Dan. Dan is a really cool guy. I'm still coming for you, bro. I'm gonna try my hardest, and you might get schmixed for it. But just seeing the way um you and your crew kind of like all come together in a way that not a lot of people will like. When I tell you like they were all together every single time someone was making it out of pools. Like no joke.
Yeah.
Like the way their camaraderie is huge in the way they play their game. But yeah, Florida as a whole is like it's like a family over there. Like Prophet's another person. Shout out to Phil.
Oh man,
The OG. Yo, tell me why I saw him do Morgan Soulfist at final round. I had PTSD and I had to leave.
Nah, man. Let me tell you about Phil, man.
Stop.
You don't ever think of Phil as a Morgan player. Phil is a zero Phoenix player, and Phil played zero Amy, and he made it work. I've seen Philip Prophet beat Chris G and team.
That's team tournaments are very like that as well.
It's like that. It's like that, but when you're fighting someone that, and you're going toe to toe with one best at that time, the best Morgan Doom to do it. That was not an easy feat.
Because I was gonna say,
and he did it.
Very few players could even hope to navigate Chris G's Morgan. Like just that character by herself. A lot of players couldn't even get through. So I mean, to take that down.
Yeah, like and that's another guy. I want to play that guy in Dragon.
Chris,
I really want to play that guy.
Yo, speaking of Chris, really quick segue into Chris. And we can talk about season 2 now. We've had the character patch now for like 2 weeks now.
Yes.
Give or take.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of different teams come out of the woodwork. We see people go back to Tohan.
Yeah.
There was an argument on in between like 10 of us about Tohan. So, and it kind of goes back to Florida with their obscure teams. How has Florida reacted to the character patch?
I mean, like I said, we had a base Goku, Hit, and Jiren win the tournament yesterday. You have Mr. Mulatto not playing he's not playing an orthodox Kid Buu team. His team is a very unorthodox, high damage Kid Buu team.
Right.
We got some Kazunoko clones, which is fine because you're gonna have those in your scene.
That's important. That's important to have, though.
We have to have those.
Yep.
We have to have those top tier players. We got to have players that just say, "I'm gonna play top tier" because you have to learn those matchups.
Yeah, even with Team Goichi as well. Like,
I fight that team so much in Florida that sometimes it makes me sick. But it also helps my Broly out see things before they happen with that character.
Right.
So it's like, all right, cool. We got a lot of these, but then we got some. Also, you got me. I play 21 Broly. You got Omega Tom Hanks, who's the only other 21 Broly in Florida. You have like Finesse Dan, who literally Dan is one of those dudes. I've seen him pick up like 3, 4, 5 teams. Not to mention, I forgot somebody. I forgot my man Action Jackson, who will pick up anything. That boy had a base Jeter that put you on your boy. That boy's base Jeter was nice. Boy, base Jeter was nice.
Yo, nice with capital N.
With capitalized. With 2 capital N's on it. That boy was that nice, man. Like I enjoy playing that. Then you had Red X. Red X plays Bardock, Vegeta, Yamcha. You need that. You got to learn how to fight Bardock Yamcha. You don't know how to fight Bardock Yamcha, you're gonna get cooked. And
No,
he
definitely.
will cook. And his neutral, his gameplay, he will cook you if you don't know what you're doing. He will cook you fast.
Yeah.
It is not. It is not even. It's not even consensual. Takes it from you.
Damn. No consent.
No consent. You don't get none.
Wow.
You don't get to say nothing.
Damn, that's crazy. Yo, but yeah.
Supernatural Ace, Goku Black on Anchor. Did we see that man do a 2H into a command grab mix up at Final? Pretty sure I viewed him do that, and we all jumped out of our seats like, all right, man, you cheating. You cheating. I mean, he also plays. He plays Vegito, Kid Buu, and Goku Black. Like, think about that team for a second.
It's obscure. It's
like
in the grand scheme.
We don't. None of us play something that's like really cut and dry, or we never play our team cut and dry. We always have something crazy. Neocars, Adult Gohan, Bardock, Frieza. You're not gonna run into that team too much ever in your life.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people like in the only person in New York that's really like in like or my area that's like playing that would be Alucard.
And shout outs to the homie Alucard. That's one of the That's one of the Marvel 3 brothers too, man. Him and the Unknown. I miss my boy Jahi. I miss him. There's so many of us, man.
There's like
so many of us.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of cool to like have this discussion too about the melting pot of players still. Like even now, like what, about a year and some months, like a couple months in, like and especially in the season, like I think this character patch officially starts season 2. Like no bullshit aside, like the meter penalty thing and everything that came up. Nah, character patch started season 2, and like we're seeing a lot of variety. Like Tack over in Jersey is putting Blue Jita, and him and Pivot Ace have been putting Blue Jita on the map.
Yeah, like, I've been watching. I've been literally. I'm waiting on Tack to run into me in the major so I can show him that I know what to do against that.
Dude, there's a lot of dream matches like just from Florida, like having Florida against like the world kind of thing, because like it goes back to what I'm said before, where it's like everybody from Florida has their own flair, and like y'all come together and it becomes one like
Florida crew battle.
Stop.
Yeah. I would love to see Florida in a crew battle. Like the players we've been talking about, I want to see it. Florida, New York.
Let me commentate that.
Florida, NY.
Florida, NY. Yo, I'd love to see. I would love to see that happen.
I'm down. I know Mulatto is 100,000%. Ain't no question.
Yo, I've not seen Mr. Mulatto in a minute. And the rest of the BXA boys.
Mad respect to Mulatto, man. He did his thing this weekend. Cold or not cold, hands cold, whatever. Mulatto did his thing this weekend. Big ups to him. He is getting better, and he's learning from me. He's taking things from me, and he's actually applying them. So to lose to somebody that other people would consider your student, like, oh, you shouldn't have lost that. That's the only person I probably should lose to in Florida, technically, because I train with him the most. Yeah. If I'm like, you know what I'm saying? If I had to take a loss, I would want to take a loss to him, not taking anything away from any other rest of Florida. Definitely not going to take away from Marcus or Zeke or any of those guys, especially not Dan, especially not Shinobi. I'm not taking anything away from any of those players. It's just that's the guy I play with the most. So I'm going to say, like, all right, I lost to him. And he says the same thing when he loses to me. He's like, I play you so much that you know what I'm going to do before I do it.
That's the tough part about playing training partners. Is like you both know each other so well. Like
that's how I feel about CT, right? Like for the handful of players that we do have, there's like I kind of like I'm in your situation, Ricky, where it's like I kind of nurture everybody. We talked about this. Like I kind of nurture everybody to the point where like they gotta run it or shut it, you know? Like, and it hasn't happened as of late, but for the most part, like everybody's like, I think this game is like turning people into. This is kind of like Marvel 4. I hate throwing that term around. I really do. This is true Marvel 4.
I mean, like if you like, okay, let's go ahead and put something out there. Marvel Infinite is his old game. It's its
the
own.
truth. It's the truth.
It's its own game. Do I still love Marvel? Yes, I still love that
I
game. I
haven't
don't care
played
what
it in a
no.
minute. I
I played
haven't
it.
played it in a
I
long
played it
time.
yesterday. I played it yesterday and
Are you
enjoyed myself.
serious?
I played it yesterday and enjoyed myself. I played Marvel 3 just because I love Marvel 3. Like, but to say that we now have a different Marvel game, if anyone don't like it, okay. You want to
Yeah.
fight me about it? Come fight me about it. I'm online. Let's play. Come show me why I'm wrong, because I'll show you why I play Marvel in this game.
So one thing you mentioned that I actually got to ask you about. You said you played Marvel too.
Yes.
Who you rock?
I rock Reverse Combo Fiend. That's Sentinel, Magneto.
Whoa.
So you rock
Yes.
Sentinel,
Marvel
Magneto,
2.
and who was the last one? Sorry, I missed it.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Whoa. I like
Okay,
that.
I see with the ROMs.
I learned from watching Combo Fiend.
Right.
Anybody, like, shout outs to Peter Roses. You were always the homie. You will always be the homie. Shout outs to Peter Roses, man. Like, that dude, like, is just cool to me. I don't care what no one says. And what I got from him, what I gathered from him through his entire gameplay, CVS 2, Marvel 2, what I got from Josh 360, NY, shout outs to J360. Y'all sleeping if y'all don't think that's the best Iron Man doing it right now. Still, the best Iron Man doing it. Like, those guys, like, watching those guys actually talking to Combo Fiend at a final round after I beat Angelic in top 32 and put him out of the tournament. And I popped off hard, by the way. Oh man, you should have. I was jumping through a crowd of people when I beat him, because that was after he had gotten third at Evo and everyone was watching. There were side bets. It was crazy. After I beat him, like, Combo Fiend stood up and he said, "Yo, did you just win that?" And came over and dapped me up hard.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And I learned so much in Marvel 2 from watching so many players. I watched Justin Long like a hawk in that game, because Justin was just like, you learned watching Justin. And the way I came into Marvel 2, I'm gonna have to give two more shout outs real quick. Mike Mixup, Paul Schultz.
Ooh, okay.
My boys. I love y'all to death. And y'all are part of the reason why I'm still doing this today. They are the teachers that I needed. And the guy that started me, a guy named Jeff Boone, I'm gonna make sure he watches this VOD of this so he can hear it. IFC Boone is the man that started the legend that y'all see now. He's the reason why there's a
That's OD.
saying they miss.
That's
So,
OD.
like,
big shout outs.
Yeah, Marvel 2 that game is so perfect to me. It's so perfect to me. I don't care if you say, "Hey man, it's the same 5 characters against the same 5 characters." Watch the same 5 characters get played a million different ways.
I weirdly enough played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 this weekend, and I'm not gonna put up any pretense. I'm not good at the game.
Me either. My team is sus.
I will say,
team is sus.
Who's your team, Flo?
Oh God, it's embarrassing.
Just say it, Flo. Come on. Don't be ashamed.
I play Spider-Man Strider Akuma.
Okay. If you take Doom off of that, you actually can work with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was thinking about playing like
Strider Doom.
I was actually thinking about playing Strider Doom.
Spider-Man Strider Doom. It's low tier until Strider. And if you're honestly playing it correctly, like, I mean, I've run into Hulk Strider Doom before, and Hulk did the same thing that Sentinel used to do, where he had chip damage on his normals on block. So Hulk could just start. Yeah, so Hulk could just start it, Gamma Charge, Gamma Crush into orbs, and then you just started the nonsense. You just started the chip out, and you ran a different sequence to get more chip damage and then negate certain push blocks. So it was like, it's there. You can do it. I just want you to put Doom on there so you can
I was gonna say Strider Doom is really good. Actually, one of the people in the chat,
Marvel 2 is so, like, I could talk about Marvel 2 for days.
Yeah, y'all ain't got enough time for me to talk.
I know, for real. Like, I could talk about the days where I went to my arcade when I was a pint FloKey. Not even like Not even like tall beard FloKey. We're talking like pint-sized FloKey. Had the bowl cut. Had to get the crate on the arcade cabinet. And I was playing. What was I playing? I was playing Mega Man, Sakura, something random. And then I beat some dude. He was salty. I don't know why. I have zero
man.
idea.
My
But
first, that was your first team. Oh man,
dude,
my first team was top. My first team, I thought I was top tier. I played Magneto, Juggernaut, and Psylocke. I thought I was the hottest thing in the arcade.
Oh, Juggernaut! Let's go.
But I have been playing like so. Just a little segue. I've been playing out of Mario 3. So in anime games, I like especially Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, I only play Potemkin. And
that's interesting.
in Blaze Blue, you will never see me off of Tager. I play Tager and Lychee in that game. I literally play super bad, and I play the big boy. And I mean, like Eunice, I play Wald. I play Wald, Merkava, and Eunice. BB Tag right now, I'm actually like transitioning, but right now it's Mitsuru Tager. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I love like putting a super bad chick with a big homie behind her because she got a bouncer. What you gonna do? You gonna swing on her? Gonna swing on her? Here comes the bouncer.
That's true. Like, so you've been playing like big body characters in Marvel too.
My entire yeah. Like I like Sentinel is the best big body to ever be.
Sentinel is all the good properties of a big body while minimizing the negatives. That's why he's so absurd.
Minimizing the negative. He's such a great character in Marvel.
Like I'm not.
Like, really?
Yeah, he's.
There's so many great Sentinel players in NY too. I used to love watching NY play Marvel too. They were so great to watch.
And I can't imagine like watching like current Marvel 2, like on the topic still, like current Marvel 2 from like. And by the way, shout outs to Matrix and Yipes for still holding it down with that.
Battle of the Strongest.
Yipes, you are the homie for keeping Marvel 2 alive. You are the best. You deserve every good thing coming to you in life, brother. Because you and Matrix and Blue Jay are keeping this house strong, dog. Yeah. Y'all have reignited my fire in the game. I'm back into every single Marvel game, and I'm playing Dragon Ball. That's my life.
That's OD. Actually, and then big shout outs to the No Frills. It's cool that like they drop their podcasts in the morning. We do ours at night. It just works out.
Bookends.
Dude. Yeah. Like everybody's doing so much crazy. In Killer Instinct, I didn't have this, and I had some top 8s in Killer Instinct. I had some real good runs in KI.
Yeah.
But
did you know Circa Nikki?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm finna go ahead and put something on blast real quick.
Hit it.
And do not get upset, Nikki. You already know what this is. You lost to me every time you step to this one. But when I tell you, between me and Rico Suave writing a book with that character, day in and day out, me and Rico were playing each other on his stream every single day. Like literally, it was me and Rico, Junior, me and C88, my God. I was playing nothing but great players in that game. So I was always learning. I also had KDD, C88, Shinku. I could keep going down the list. Hollywood, Sleep. I knew Sleep before he was Hollywood, before he was F3. We knew each other. That was my boy. True. I hung with him. Like,
dude, you've been around the block. Like, I mean, for real.
Yeah, man.
That's how you supposed to do it, man. You gotta, if you don't, truthfully, how you gonna tell somebody where you've been?
Actually, one of the things you talk about how you've been playing big bodies forever. And one of the big things in DBZ, and actually Lord Knight dropped a video on it recently, is fuzzies. And
not afraid of them.
DBZ has almost more fuzzies. And I was about to ask, because you're a big body player, how do you handle the deluge of fuzzies? How do you do it, man?
There's no fear in this dojo, man.
Is that?
There's no fear in this dojo. You gotta if I put myself in a situation for you to get it, then you deserve to go for it.
Someone clip that. Oh my god.
But there
Oh.
is no fear in this dojo. I don't fear fuzzies.
You don't fear
You don't
fuzzies. Damn. Okay.
I don't fear it. If you,
No.
I don't fear it. Like if you honestly give something that much weight, then yeah, you can fear it.
Right.
Like it's gonna happen. These are the characters I chose. This is what I chose to do in this game. I made peace with the devil I wanted to be in this game. Have you made peace with what happens if I touch you before you get that fuzzy off?
That's OD.
You know, I get. You know what? I guess you don't. If you're there, you don't have to deal with fuzzies if they're dead.
That's right.
That's I mean,
that's the best logic to have. It's like, hey man, like we were talking earlier because a lot of people are like, there's a couple people that were thinking about like going to Triple Big Body. I know Bum over in New York. Shouts for hosting your birthday bash. Happy belated. You still the homie. But he's still playing
Always.
triple. He's still playing Triple Big Body. And I think I think Scamby switched off from playing two big bodies on his team. I think he's playing Tohan.
I mean, Tohan. If he's playing Tohan Broly, then I hope he. If he doesn't know it, he's gonna get.
He's getting cooked. Yo, he's getting cooked.
Gonna get cooked. He's gonna get cooked for at least 2 months before he honestly figures out that he can. Because he needs to know that you don't call Broly assist early on your legs. You call Broly assist late on your legs.
And because that's when the hit stun's decaying at that point.
Right. You call him late. You never call him early. He figures out that he can bounce and literally get an ambiguous cross up, and the kid he'll be nasty. Yeah. I have faith in Scamby. Scamby's an old homie. Scamby's always a homie.
So what's interesting though is like you're very like not only with Florida, but you've also kind of been like that nurturing style to up and coming Broly players, up and coming 21 players, and even people that play the shell together.
Like okay, so like you know, like there's a term when you're in the hood.
Right.
You got to feed the block. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to feed the and you know what I'm saying, like that's the way it is, man. Like people want to learn. All right, you part of the block, you gonna get fed too. We all gonna get fed. If we all eating, ain't nobody hungry.
That's true.
So you know what I'm saying, feed the block. That's old. True. That's that old school Bumpy Johnson, Frank Lucas talk right there. You know what I'm saying?
Take care of your own.
Take care. You take care, and so like I took that. You know what I'm saying. I could care less about like being like a big name or any of that stuff, man.
Yeah.
I want my scene to be so strong that because like look at Melee, for example.
Yeah.
At Melee, for example. There's still tech coming out for that game right now.
Yeah,
they're still it's not going to Evo and they're still discovering tech. They're still playing. They haven't stopped. You look at Marvel 2. Game's still going. They're the mix-ups and the block strings in Marvel 2 have gone up tremendously. Like, look at Marvel 3. Players are still in their bag. Like, nah. Everybody who wants to come to the block, if you came to the block to eat and I can feed you, I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna give you something to eat because you're part of the block. So I mean, like, I look out for anybody. You say, hey man, I want to learn some 21 stuff. What you want to know?
That's how it should be. Like from the minute I met you, like you were like very like, and it's crazy too. Like we like it's like weird. It's like every time like we had interaction, and even now, like bro, like it's OD the fact that like there's not a lot of people that have that mentality of like trying to feed the block. As the term is, it's hard because some people like are to themselves, and some people like don't have that style to them that like they can't take the step back from a second because it not only helps like the block but also helps you. So like helping Florida become like super prominent it's a beautiful thing at the end of the day, and that's what we try to encapsulate on Under the Radar, helping these up and coming players, not only from your scene but also like trying to break that glass ceiling, like people like Mulatto, people like yourself, people like Dan. I can go on and on about people not just from Florida, that like I've just met and like have so much potential.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like
man.
on the grand scheme of things too, what advice would you give people that are still trying to grind out, like are like kind of getting frustrated and not getting out of pools, trying to grind, like trying to figure this themselves, break that proverbial glass ceiling that they might be dealing with right now?
All right. So, I mean, first thing I learned along dealing there, so you can look it off. But if you really want to get strong, if you really want to prove to yourself that you belong out of pools, that you belong up there in that conversation, the first thing you have to do is you have to write. For me, you got to write it down. You got to write down your goal of what you want to do. So once you write down that goal and you say, this is what I want, you then take that little thing that's like breaking down your mind. Because some people, when they get to that point, they don't know what they want to do in the fighting game yet. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, like, hey man, like what makes me in a fighting game? Once you find out what your persona is, like that's, oh man, that game did a lot more than people know. That game is a life lesson if you really look at it the right way. And you look at the way you want to be, because like everything is just a persona. Look at the way you walk out the door, the way you look at the way you go to a gas station, look at the way you go here, look at the way you go there. It's always a persona. You have to carry yourself a certain way. Right. Look at the way, like for example, Sonic Fox. As much as he laughs and jokes around, the kid is a professional. Kill Sage, professionals. Noon, professional. Goichi, professional. Tachikawa, professional. Kaz, professional. Fenris, professional. Matoy, professional. I can go down the list of plenty of players. Apology Man, definite professional. Even though he likes warm milk, you know.
Oh, I knew as soon as you paused, I knew exactly where that was going.
I'm gonna let you know something about that. Like you got some explaining to do about that one. You got some explaining to do. I ain't gonna make fun of culture. I'm just gonna say you got some explaining to do.
100%.
But you know what I'm saying? Like all those guys are professionals. So when you look at somebody who carries himself as a professional, look at what they did to get there. You don't have to be that person, right?
Right.
You can be your own man, but you need to learn. Like it's already put out in front of you. You got Sonic Fox, esports player of the year. He did it from fighting games. He did it in a game where he didn't have a team, where he didn't have extra people on the screen to help him. He did it with his own two hands, with his own brain. No extra help, no extra coaching, nothing needed. The kid has been doing it. So for him to be esports player of the year, for him to have earned that spot, there's a reason why he earned that. I looked at that and I was like, okay, if he can do that, then where am I at? What am I doing? Time to level up. Hyperbolic time chamber. You know what? I'll stay in there for a year. And it's time to grow. It's time to create. It's time to recreate yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that a lot of people haven't done yet. They haven't learned how to recreate themselves for their fighting game experience. They haven't recreated themselves for their gaming experience. So they're like, oh man, I'm stuck. You're not stuck. Look at what you want to do in the game. Once you look at what you're doing, it starts to get easier and easier. And the next thing you know, you're not even having fun. You're just flowing. Yeah.
I think one other thing, I kind of want to expand on a little bit of what you said here. I feel like a lot of players aren't honest with themselves.
No.
Where I've seen so many people who they'll say, JDiesel, I'm stuck. I can't get any better. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'll run over the normal things. It's like, well, have you optimized your combos? Are you watching your match footage? You know, are you getting opened up? Like, I'll run down the list of like coach type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing that I think goes beyond all of that is be honest with yourself about what you want from fighting games, and be honest with yourself about what you're putting in to fighting games. Because if you say, I want to be the best player in the world, but you're putting in no time, no effort, you're showing up maybe once a week, you're playing a little bit of friendlies, you're getting knocked out of your local, you're not going to get there. And I think there's a lack of, self-honesty with a lot of players where they say, I don't know why I'm not the best. Why am I not getting any better? And it's like, are you putting in the work? Are you putting in those steps to get better? If the answer is yes, you're putting in that work, then it's a different question. It's, are you putting in the right type of work? Okay, yes, you've spent 10 hours a day labbing combos, but guess what? You never get to put that man in the fuzzy that you just spent 3 hours working because you got cooked in neutral by Broly 21. So guess what? It didn't mean a thing.
How it is. It's really how it is. Like, and like even expand on that further, like coming from the player perspective of it. Like, there's been a lot of times that a lot of players have like literally also come up to me as well and like asked me for advice. Like, I'm gonna be real with you in the chat in the podcast. I am probably one of the worst people at giving advice. But the one thing that I tell everybody that kind of keeps everybody together is to keep playing and keep growing, because if you stop for some reason, it goes back to what Ricky said before. Like, you have to look at how you're presenting yourself. How are you presenting yourself in game to make sure that you're having fun at first, but also competing to win? Like,
facts.
That, and then like, what are you doing outside the game? Are you trying to, like, I know for a fact I don't have the best sleep schedule, like, but I'm trying to work on it. Like,
take care of yourself physically.
Yes.
Like, physically and mentally are the hardest thing. Like for me personally, like, mental is like the hardest, like the hardest thing that I have to overcome. Like, I literally have talked to you, Ricky, about it, talked to Lowry. There's so many people I've talked to personally about it. But the thing is like, a lot of players get stuck in this notion where they have to think they're the best, or like they are trying to grind. I'm like, oh God, what can I do to get better? Just keep playing. Like with the podcast that we're 10 episodes in, we're gonna keep going. Like, dude, this is like the way you have to think about, like, in life now, in 2019 or just whatever, right?
Right.
This game and whatever you're doing has to transcend, and it has to be a bigger picture. You can't look at the short term. You have to look at the long term.
Always. Here's something that a lot of people, and it's something that I got taught at the age of 20.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you do, be a student of it first.
Truth.
If you say you want to be the best, become a student of that thing. For me, I'm a student of every game I pick up. I sit down and I take everything that I can in from the game. I look at what things I should be doing, and then I look at how I can get there with the character I want to play. And then I literally sit there and I grind it out. And it is the quality of practice. The quantity of practice it does not matter. If you can honestly sit down and you can do a combo 10 times in a row, and you already got it 10 times in a row, that means it's natural, right? Okay. That means you can hit that. So once you can hit that, you shouldn't move to that. You should move to the next thing, which is, okay, now how am I going to get to this combo? And then you learn how to hit that combo from every situation. It's a way to transcend what you're doing to become better. But you have to put in the right amount of ethic to say, this is what I'm going to do to become better.
Yeah. And it even goes back to, like, we had Double L on the podcast last week. And what was interesting about him is that he labs all of his drops. And, like, Jay, you and I had the same reaction.
Yeah, Double L he basically said whenever he practices a combo, if he drops it, he will relab the combo to figure out exactly how to recreate that drop. So that way he can practice the scramble situation off that particular type of drop.
It's called dropping it right. It's called dropping the combo correctly. I know exactly what he's doing. You have to learn it because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You never know because there could be that time where you're like, I didn't hit H.
You drop your B&B. It happens to everybody.
Like, it's probably happening to 500 players on NetPlay right now. Like, someone at a local right now is in grand finals. It's 9:45 p.m. Like, someone's dropping a B&B right now. Like,
yeah. And then for him to say, I learned how to drop, if you don't know that, if you don't know the situations where you're strongest at from a drop, from your combo being finished, you have to know everything. I literally will drop a combo and call Vegeta and says, "I know you down tech. Thanks, guy." Now you're going back up in your net. Now you're going back up.
The reset.
I laugh those things. I laugh those things because it's like you have to laugh those things when you play at the level that Double L has to play at, because he doesn't have a slack match. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He can't go to NLBC and say, "I'm finna slack off here."
Yeah, it's round one of pools. Let me go to sleep now.
Let's let me slump.
There's no slacking off, and I'm not jumping on anybody's jock. I'm calling it how I really see it. New York breeds greatness. They've always had greatness come. Justin Wong, originally New York. And Chris G never took New York out of his name. It's bred there. Desmond Pinckney, bred it there. That is the Thrax. I don't care what nobody says. If I see Desmond versus Neo for bread again, I'm putting my money on Desmond. Dead real. Like I'll put my money on NY for that one. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where greatness is bred out, and those are also some of the coolest guys. They're just regular people. They're genuine people. Like Ray Ray, love Ray Ray. Ray Ray's like really, really, really good at Marvel 3. He really is. And to fight him was always like the greatest time I had. Like, because it was so much fun fighting a Magneto with Viper. It was great. And it was fun when I fought him in Dragon.
Oh, you're a Viper player?
Yes.
That's so. Oh my God, the movement.
It makes so much sense considering that he plays 21. Not saying like I'm connotating 21 and Viper together, but just the way you play neutral.
Same exact thing.
I could have been like, dude, you could have been down. You could have been down back. You could have try dash down back, and you could have did I beams, call Seismo, call Doom. Like I'd have been like, that's a normal day in Marvel.
Yeah. That's how, and you actually named two parts.
That's OD.
Viper, Doom, Virgil.
I'm so upset that I almost called your entire team. I'm kind of. I thought I was gonna say Amy.
No, that's the homie Derek Nunn. That's the senpai. That's the homie. That's the senpai right there. Shout outs to him and his beautiful wife Christina. I love y'all. Shout outs.
One question we got from the chat.
What's good?
Nick Bad. Ask Ricky why I'm the best player in Jax.
All right, so Nick, first off, knock it off all the way off. Knock it all the way off. And second off, like for anybody that doesn't know, Nick Bad is like that. He's like that perfect yacht. He's like the perfect unorganized player. Nick at any given time in Marvel for a short time, where Nick could just run up on you and you just got like, what? I lost? Huh?
Yeah, that's how it usually be.
Yeah, he's just one of those players. But like Best and Jax, knock it off. Unless you want to come see me if you want to come see me for that title, I'll gladly fight you for it.
Now, I have a question for you. Besides those a bunch of players that you mentioned from Florida, who else from Florida who else from Florida would you like to see come out to an event? Minus the amount of because I know Pooh comes out, Supernatural Haze comes out, Mulatto, Finesse Dan, like everybody. Who's like one person from Florida that you would really want to see like at a major stage?
Oh man, like to be fair, this is gonna be one. I need to see my boy Justin Dunbar. My boy Soap.
The Masters Tour.
Oh, you let's hope he doesn't drop the Soap.
Nah, he won't. If he starts mixing, drop.
The vortex.
You might have dropped the Soap in front of him. That wasn't a good idea.
Yikes!
That wasn't a good idea, big fella.
That's OD. And then one last question from me. Since we know Kid Goku's on the way, and then I can pose this to you now, Jay. Since we know Kid Goku, who's the last character?
I hope it's Janemba.
Omega Shenron.
You're OD for that.
Yeah, you're mad OD for that one.
You think I jest? They're gonna do it. They're gonna slap another GT character on there.
Nah, because you got to look at it. If they went G, so that means that they already went non-canon. So then, what if they go do something from Super Dragon Ball Heroes? Like, what if we get?
Oh my god!
Yo,
what if Dragon Ball Heroes?
What if we got Cumber or Grand Prix?
Yo, if we got Cumber up, that's an instant main. That's an instant.
Cumber. We get Cumber, or I will even take Grand Prix Goku. I don't care what nobody says, and we don't need another Goku. I will take Grand Prix Goku. Because Grand Prix Goku, between Cumber and Grand Prix Goku, those are the only.
Yo, I mean, look, if we get another Goku, when we get 6 Gokus, I can get a free smoothie. I got my little punch card, and I'm like 1 away at this point. So like, at this point, we might as well commit.
It's like, fuck.
Yo, all I want to see EVO Grand Finals, 3 Gokus against 3 different Gokus. Or you could have the dude who runs the 6 Goku squad, where he picks 3 Gokus and he tactically swaps out Gokus for the matchup.
That's OD.
That's all I'm saying.
Brolys coming, boys.
I'm not ready for that.
Are you going to run double Broly?
Yes, I am.
Double Broly 21.
21 Dragon Ball Super.
That's OD.
That
sounds scary. That actually sounds scary.
It's gonna be because don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna play Vegeta. 21 Broly Vegeta will still be my team.
Yeah,
but get 2 Brolys, he's gone. He's gone. It's time. So it's time at that point.
I gotta ask. So I've played against quite a few Brolys. Never a Broly of your caliber, however. And the one thing I gotta ask is how that character is terrifying. I'll just straight admit it. I get scared when I'm in the corner and Broly just sizes me up. Like, I'm scared. How do you deal with Broly defensively? As on the receiving end of the freight train, the human freight train.
You have to know that if side of he's playing in his range and you're standing at his perfect range, don't do anything crazy. You get out of the corner. And don't be blatant with your vanishes. Don't be blatant with things like that. You want to save meter for the right things. You want to save meter for a guard cancel on them doing a late 2M. You want to save guard cancel for when he goes for Lariat. You want to save those things. You want to make sure the Broly player is actually on point, because Lariat in the vanish is not real. Lariat in the vanish can be reflected, so it's not real. It's not. It does not jail. So you know what I'm saying. You have to just you have to maintain a certain level of caution when you fight him, because he can win neutral when he wants to, and he can win that up close too. And he's got OSs for guard cancel. He's got OSs for everything. He's a really complete character that no one's honestly sitting down and taking the time with. But because I take so much time with him, because I learn things with him, I know that, you know what I'm saying, if I fight another bro, can't do it. I'm about to punch you right in your face as you do it. As soon as you do it.
Right, because you're gonna call him out on all the fake Broly stuff that he's doing against other people.
Like, yeah, because I mean, like, you can't allow every Broly to 5H in the 236S. Don't allow that. Don't reflect that.
Reflect the 236S.
Yes, reflect the 236S. Because you don't want to reflect too early until you actually see that, because you then give up your chance to get out if you reflect and he command grabs.
Yeah. Truth.
That makes a lot of sense.
So I mean, like, I'm not gonna ever let somebody by the fake stuff. I'm doing all the stuff that you're gonna be jailed by. That you're gonna be watching this big character move like he's a small character with. I'm doing a lot of that stuff. So the fun stuff that the character does, all the crazy stuff that he can do, that people still aren't on. The fact that J2H right now is a slide knockdown into a free meaty setup. It is a free safe jump. You press anything that I don't like, I'm putting right at the ground.
Yeah,
It's Broly.
Yeah,
Like
he's
the
scary.
juggernaut saying he's finally the juggernaut saying that he should have been when he
Look,
came into
they
the
just
game.
got to give him the jugs install, and then you
And then
tag him out, and then you buff that Broly assist while he's glitched out. That's all I'm saying.
They do that, man.
No.
They give me that. Oh,
No.
bro, I see that, bro. Or this, or they make it where instead of base Dragon Ball Super Broly having like a mouth beam as a beam for an assist, he just has Juggernaut punch. Like if he doesn't have mouth beam, he's got Juggernaut.
Just
punch.
make
Give me
new
one of those,
Broly Sentinel. Just make him
really
Sentinel.
You upset on that one?
I'm upset. So unfortunately, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
So this has been a phenomenal podcast, episode 10.
I enjoyed
Double
myself.
digits. So where is you in Florida? What's the next step? What's the next target?
What is your tournament schedule looking like for the next couple months here?
So
tell us.
Right now it is got 3 or 4 tournaments in Florida, but my next ones I am training night and day for Combo Breaker. Night and day. Like night and day. I am in the lab every day. I am coming up with new stuff every day because that tournament, I don't want to get another top 16. I want to get a top 8. I want to get that W. I want to fight the best of the best on that stage. I want to be in that conversation. So I'm going to do the work so I can be in that conversation. So I can be one of those guys on that stage. And I don't want to be sitting at the end with everybody else. I want to be sitting at that front. I want to be one of those guys that's up there banging with everybody. I want to fight Super Noon again. I want to fight everyone. I literally just want to fight everybody that is playing this game. If you play this game, I want to fight you. That's just how it is.
Oh, that's the sand blood right there.
Yes.
That's the truth.
And it's like after that, then of course the rumble in my home, CEO.
Oh, I'll be there for CEO, so I'll catch you there ASAP.
You know exactly what's going on.
Oh yeah. And we got something to rap about on Wednesday, me and you.
On Wednesday?
On Wednesday, me and you got something to rap about. Just chill. We got something to rap about. Chill out.
Oh
chill
my
out.
God.
Man, you gotta rap. We're gonna rap about that.
Word.
We're gonna rap about that.
OD.
We're gonna rap about that one. I'm gonna try for you. I'm gonna put something together for you because I want you here. I want you out here with me. I want you out here, and I want you to have some fun with me in Florida. I want you to experience some of this good air next to a beach, man. I want you to get out here, dog. Need you to hang out with me out here, man. I gotta see my boy Flo again. Like after meeting you one time, bro, I knew you were one of the brothers. I ain't gonna leave you just hanging out there.
That's actually wholesome as hell.
If I can help you get there, bro.
Yo.
If I can help you get there, I will help you get there, bro. So we're gonna do some talking. We're gonna do some talking. We're gonna figure it out.
Hell yeah. Means the actual world. Like, I'm trying right now, like, real quick, hate self-shilling. I'm trying to get the combo breaker and stuff like that. But, Ricky, you have a minute. This is your time. Shout out anybody. Promo anything you want to talk about.
Anything you want to talk about, anything you want to plug, whoever it is, whatever, it's all up to you, man. Hit it.
Yo, Brutal Impact this weekend. It's a BXA tournament, Jackson. If you ain't here, you ain't coming to bang. I don't know where you at. If you in Duval, if you in Florida, you better come here to get ready. I got hands waiting on everybody. These are hands on to all my brothers of Florida. From Mulatto to Shinobi to Red X to Supernatural Haste to my boy Danny to all of y'all. I love what y'all do in this game, and I need y'all to get stronger. I need y'all to come stronger every time so that when we go to these majors, we knock anybody out that run up on us. And to my brother from another mother, Kill Sage, I love you, dog, and I appreciate playing you every single major that we get a chance to sit down and play. It's a treat every time. To my brother FloKey, to my new brother in JDiesel.
Oh, like, damn! All right,
to y'all too, man. Y'all boys did it up for me tonight. I appreciate y'all. And to the BXA family, to Phoenix, to Jade, I love everything that y'all have done for me. And y'all will continue to see greatness from ASAP Ricky. Mark my words.
Oh, I mean, on my end, absolutely incredible having you today. I gotta say, you've come into this with some of the most fire, the most passion, and the most willingness to give back to your community. I respect the hell out of that. I have loved every second of having you on as a guest today.
Honestly, this might be the first guest down the line. We're gonna bring you back.
You're coming back, Ricky.
This is already
You're coming back, Ricky. It's already happening.
It's already like set in stone. We're gonna talk about it. We're like 3 months down. I'm like, Ricky, come back. I'll be like, baby, come back.
And you know what? Next time we talk to you, there's gonna be a top 8 under your belt. All right. All right. That's all I'm saying.
Mark them words that you just said, because I'm gonna make that happen.
Hey, and you know what? You make me believe you. So 100%. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, as much as I wish we could go on, this has been the Under the Radar podcast. I have been your boy JDiesel.
I have been Grandmaster FloKey.
And young man, the myth, the legend, young ASAP Ricky, Broly incarnated. Salute to everybody that watched tonight, man. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Bless up.
And this has been Under the Radar. Peace out, guys.